Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Cardano and its native token ADA. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So we used to play this game called What If? And we would look at this primarily in the bear market, dreaming of spring, right? Dreaming of one day when we could look at these prices and say, you know what, we were not crazy back then when ADA was 2 cents and 4 cents. We saw the potential. But we would play this game of what if, and it would be what if ADA had the market cap of, okay? And this game was played based on the market capitalization of the other cryptocurrencies within the bear market, right? And so at the time, a lot of this type of analysis can seem somewhat pointless, okay? But let's update it. This is the chart we showed. This was actually not from the bear market. This one was from 3 months ago. But I'm just going to show you, how far we've come just in the last few months. We said, what if ADA had the market cap of, and this would be the projected price. Well, if it had the market cap of ADA, it would have been around 30 cents back then. However, it makes it hard to discern what's going on here. So let's switch it to a log scale. So you can see back then that ADA would have had a market cap of, or a price of 30 cents if it had the market cap of ADA, which makes sense. That was the price at the time. The reason we have a couple that are below the price is because when we did this analysis about 3 months or so before this one, these were all ahead of ADA, but then, maybe a month before it, and then they were not anymore. So this is still not updated. But at the time, we were able to, talk about, oh, well, if we had the market cap of Litecoin, we would be closer to 35 or 40 cents. If we had the market cap of XRP, we'd be at 40 cents. If we had the market cap of Ethereum, we would be at $4. And if we had the market cap of Bitcoin, we would be at a little over $20. If we update this chart, it's somewhat encouraging to see that we've moved above all these, okay? It's also somewhat sad because we have less to dream about. But it's a good problem to have. So now if ADA had the market cap of ADA, well, it would just put it at its current price, a humble 92.93 cents. But if it had the market cap of, say, Ethereum, it would put it at $6.50. And if it had the market cap of Bitcoin, it would put it at $31. Now, the first thing you should say, and if this is not the first thing that comes to your mind, then you probably should readjust how you think about these markets. The first thing you should say is, Ben, there's no reason to speculate on ADA ever reaching the market cap of Bitcoin. And you might even say there's no reason to speculate on ADA ever reaching the market cap of Ethereum. After all, it is a tall order to overcome something like that. And I would wholeheartedly agree with you. It is a tall order. But in the same way we said it when we used to play this game when ADA was 4 cents, we're not talking about it flipping Ethereum. Well, maybe you are. I'm not talking about it flipping Ethereum immediately. I'm not talking about it ever flipping Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about if ADA were to go to Ethereum's current market capitalization. If it did, I would assume that Ethereum's current market, or Ethereum's future market cap, would be higher. And so even if ADA went to this valuation, it would still likely be lower than Ethereum because Ethereum would be much higher. And if it ever somehow managed to get to $31, which I think would be a pretty far-fetched number for this cycle, but you never know, then I would say, yeah, it's not flipping Bitcoin, right? It's not flipping Bitcoin. It just means that, well, Bitcoin could be sitting in a market capitalization, north of $2 trillion, $3 trillion or something. So it really depends on what the rest of the market does, okay? And if you still don't believe me that this is possible, let me show you what I mean. Back in 2015, this was the market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. At the time, Bitcoin's market cap was around 4.8 billion, and Ethereum came in at a very modest 78.5 million, okay? And at the time, to assume Ethereum could reach Bitcoin's market cap was somewhat absurd. Why would you think that? I mean, Bitcoin is the king. Ethereum can't reach 4.8 because Well, that's where Bitcoin is. But that wasn't the point, right? That wasn't the point. The point was to say, yeah, if Ethereum were to ever reach this market capitalization, then it likely implies that Bitcoin's market capitalization is much higher. This was taken in early November of 2015. What if we fast forward to January 13th of 2018? Keep these numbers in mind. 4 billion, 4.8 billion for Bitcoin, 78 million for Ethereum. A little over 2 years later, Ethereum's market cap was 135 billion. Here it was 78 million. And Bitcoin's was 4.8 billion. So despite the fact that Bitcoin's was 4.8 billion, Bitcoin's went to 241 billion. Ethereum went to 135 billion, which is obviously a lot higher than Bitcoin's market capitalization of 4.8 billion over here. Ethereum went up 28 times Bitcoin's old market capitalization. So the idea that these games we play are not useful because we can never assume that if ADA could ever reach the market cap of Ethereum or Bitcoin, it's just simply not true. I'm not saying that ADA will reach Bitcoin's market capitalization by any means. What I'm saying is that if we were to ever reach a valuation of $6 or $7, which by the way, doesn't seem nearly as far-fetched now as it did a year ago when we were trading around 3 or 4 cents, right? I mean, we've already gone up, 25x? Some people are up 50x if you're buying at 2 cents almost. And to get to $6, another 6x or so, of course it's possible. We've seen crypto do crazier things than that. So the idea that ADA can't reach $6 or $7 this cycle is not, the idea that it can't because that's where Ethereum is, you have to consider that the target will move. Ethereum's market cap will likely go up. Bitcoin's market cap would likely go up if we're ever looking at a $6 or $7 ADA, it is implying that the market caps of Ethereum and Bitcoin have also likely risen a lot. Okay, that's just more or less how I see the market. Now, I should also say, for new people coming into the space, you are coming in at a fairly heated time. Okay, I've experienced these types of mania phases before. I know they can last longer than most people can predict, right? If you draw a line in the sand and say, okay, this is the top, there's a good chance Bitcoin will just, wash that line away. So it's really hard knowing when things will turn around. And again, we're not saying that, even if things were to turn around at some point in the next few months, it doesn't mean the market cycle is over. It could just mean that things need to calm down for a while before trending higher. So if you are coming into ADA at these prices, recognize there is the downside risk. However, the long game is what you should be playing, in my opinion. It's not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. But what I find is that those who do not leave during bear markets, those who double down in a sense on their discipline and their desire to really figure out which ones are going to rise to be the cream of the crop, those are the people that often stand to make the most money. It's easy to look at a chart now and say, man, you wish you bought ADA at 3 or 4 cents. If you go back and watch the videos when we were covering ADA at 3 and 4 cents, we were saying it was a great opportunity, most likely. However, even back then, there was the downside risk. And so in the future, when we get to a place like that again, that is the time to tune out the noise and to focus on the fact that the market cycle for these cryptocurrencies, it goes through bull markets, it goes through bear markets, and you are currently coming in during a bull market. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope we trend much higher in the short term. Certainly ADA, hopefully we can pass $1. The prior all-time high is $1.38. Above that is price discovery mode. I'm going to be here every step of the way. If we see short-term pullbacks, I would say don't be too discouraged. Just recognize that that's basically the nature of the market. So if you guys like the content, remember we do have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. If you want access to the altcoin season sale, you can find a link to that in the description below. If you want to lock in the lower rate, just don't cancel and you can lock in the lower rate before the prices go back up. I likely will not be leaving the prices at this current price, or they probably will not come back to this current price ever again, if I had to guess. Can't say that for sure, but I have a feeling they'll never come back to this current price. So make sure you lock it in if you want to lock in the lower price, and subscribe to the channel. And by the way, the premium list comes with weekly reports, weekly videos, live streams for the premium list, a Telegram alerts channel, a risk dashboard, a chat room, a lot of stuff. Make sure you sign up. Also, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Join the Telegram channel, the public Telegram channel. You can find a link to that in the description below if you're looking for a chat community to talk crypto with. And ADA talk on Cardano is more than welcome. So thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.